I just wanted to say I love beetles.
You love beetles.
For the record.
Right.
Love
You love them.
Favorite of the insect spectrum.
I don't, okay?
Right.
They terrify me. They look fucking... They look...
Are you nuts?
They look kind of dangerous to me as well. You know, I don't like them.
I love them.
Right, okay.
I love them. I love beetles.
Okay.
My kids love insects. They love insects. My kids are not afraid of insects in any way, shape,
Do your
or form.
kids like snails? We
Yeah,
got lots of
fucking
snails
love
over
snails.
here. My kids like them too.
Yeah,
But like
our
stop,
garden is
like it
chock
doesn't
full
matter
of them.
what we're doing. We're like walking down the road or whatever. If you see a
Yeah.
snail, it's just like everybody has to stop, fucking bend down,
Yeah, snail!
stare at the snail and stuff. They love it.
But I think it's interesting because they see life and nature as this continually fascinating and kind of adorable thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to, like, Werner Herzog, he's one of my favorite directors. He did this movie called Fritz Corraldo, where the guy has to get a boat over a mountain in the jungle. Very famous. It's a true story, I think. And they made it with Klaus Kinski, who's like this famous German actor.
Yeah.
And he's like this real method actor, right? So there's a great documentary about the relationship between Werner Herzog and Klaus Kinski, which is called My Best Fiend, right? Which is like Werner Herzog in the jungle, and he's having to plead with the native people not to kill Klaus Kinski because they hate him so much. This guy, he's like the Tan Blatchman of acting.
Okay.
In fact, a lot of
Nice.
Tan Blatchman is based on Klaus Kinski. So anyway, he's this big big shot, thinks he's one with nature, and he's got this kind of man of nature thing that he thinks it's kind of that hippie thing that he's got going on, but also with this weird macho vibe. So a butterfly lands on him and he thinks he's like at one with nature. But to Werner Herzog, nature is just murder. That's all that he sees when he sees nature is murder and brutality and suffering.
Jeez.
And it's like they have these two totally different viewpoints on what nature is. And my kids are in the Klaus Kinski phase, whereas I'm in a kind of semi-Werner Herzog phase where I look and I just see... Like, I look out in the garden and all I see is animals killing each other. If you look closely, that's all that's happening. Apart from a few, and all they're doing is living their lives terrified of being killed. That's what nature really is things killing each other and some things at the bottom thinking, please don't let me die today. That's it. But I don't tell my kids that. I say, look at the widow snail. He's so cute. Ooh!
I heard a funny joke yesterday when I was streaming. Somebody donated and told me this joke, and it goes a little something like this.
Okay.
I have the heart of a lion, and now I'm banned from the Toronto Zoo.
Nice.
Hey.
Really
Classic.
good. I can't give props to whoever it was because I can't remember the name. But if that was you,
Right.
fucking great.
Well
so
played.
funny. I laughed my balls right off.
Well played. Yeah, your balls actually came off.
They came flying right off.
Whoops.
Do I want a war industrialist to start with so that I can get my military factory construction speed faster and dockyards because that's going to be key to my strategy? Or do I want to get a democratic reformer in to keep my democracy levels at maximum?
All right. I don't think you need democracy.
No.
You're at 96%.
Yeah, but what
Don't
if
worry
somebody
about
tries
that.
to fucking
They won't.
coup me?
They won't. They
Okay.
won't. If anyone, no one's going to try to coup you. The AI never touches Switzerland. I've never seen them do
Yeah,
shit.
but we
to
turned
Switzerland
off
in this game.
historical
Very
stuff,
unlikely
right?
to be couped.
So I
That's
might
true,
be
but they
couped.
won't do it. They won't coup.
You ain't going to be cooped, baby.
You're going to go uncooped.
Relax.
And you're going to
You
get
think
Docklands when
you
we
think
take
early
Italy. You're gonna
mobilization
get
is going to
Italy,
be
then
the
we-
best for me to go then?
Yeah, maybe. I've also discovered, by the way, that you don't want to go down the total mobilization route. War economy is the best because total mobilization eats into your manpower. I did not know
All
this,
right, how
but
come?
it does.
Why does it do that?
Because it
Oh,
because it means
recruitable
every
population is
person-
minus 3%.
Yeah,
Fuck.
because they're all working in the factories, right? I found that to my cost when I played as Canada.
Aye.
Okay.
Well,
Good
that's
tip.
given me
Just
that's
saying.
given me a civilian factory back going early mobilization, so that's good. 'Cause
Cool.
I'm trading steel from you, Pyrion. I think I might have some aluminum if anybody wants to trade with me. I have a massive surplus of aluminum, so please trade me for
I have
aluminum.
a shitload of aluminum. I have 251 surplus. The only thing I lack is oil. That's it.
Okay.
Right.
Well, if I think one of us needs to definitely produce oil, and I think it should be Pyrion because he's got a bigger country.
Okay, agreed.
Yeah.
Because
I
we're gonna
think so.
we're gonna need oil big time, especially if
Okay.
we're gonna take out the allies at the end.
Yeah.
I think our plan here should be to knock Italy out of the war promptly.
Yes, and I think the plan should also be that I get all of Italy so I can make a big navy.
Agreed.
Okay.
But what about Lulu? What does Lulu get out of this?
Oh,
does he get Germany?
Oh, yeah, I'll take Germany.
Sure.
How about that?
Okay.
Alright.
And Luxembourg.
Sure.
I want Spain then.
You know, I don't even mind actually if somebody wants to have most of Italy, and I can just take like Sardinia, Corsica. Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy with Sardinia and Corsica just in the Mediterranean, and I could build a navy there. Somebody wants mainland Italy and fucking
Sounds grand.
Sicily.
You got it.
All right.
Let's trade up
All right.
some oil.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Another thing for the Mediterranean to be aware of as well is if we want to. I mean, it's not so bad for France because you've got coast in the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Like Belgium, if it needs to do like the wraparound or whatever, we're going to need to hold Gibraltar.
Well, no, we wait. So if I take Spain, then Gibraltar is ours.
Right? Yeah, because if the UK are democratic as well, they're never going to fight with us, right? We're just not going to be in a faction.
And
with
we're
them.
gonna be in the we're gonna be their
Right.
friends.
Okay. We could do like a whatchamacallit with them.
A
non-aggression pact. Yeah.
Friends with benefits.
Friends with
That's what we'll be.
Yeah. Friends with Mario.
Friends with Mario.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. Friends across.
I've actually got
like the
a
sound
pretty
of it.
big navy. Holy shit!
hands across Europe.
Oh,
You know the French Navy, when the French surrendered, the British famously fired on and destroyed a bunch of French ships, killing a bunch of French troops and sailors and things because they wouldn't scuttle their navy.
fuck.
And Churchill, rightly in my opinion, even if it was a brutal decision, said, if you don't destroy this navy, it's going to fall into German hands and the British Navy will be in trouble, and then they've got the channel and then they can invade at their whim, because our navy is actually still pretty good. And the French were like, no, we will never blow up the French ships. So Churchill was like, fucking blow them up. So we shot and sunk a bunch of French ships.
Really?
Some of them don't forgive us for it. Yeah, it was very controversial at the time. But Jesus, war is brutal, man. You got to make the big calls. That's
Yeah.
why we had Church in charge. Church in charge of our war and our shit.
Wow.
Church in charge.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the best.
Holy shit, man.
Fuck.
Church in charge of me.
Oh, I love it.
Big fan.
Yeah, big fan of that kids show. Is that what it is? Charles in Charge?
Charles in charge.
Yeah. Jeez. I don't, I mean, I know of it. I don't think I've ever watched an episode, I must admit.
No, I only know the song from Scrubs, honestly, but I do like that song.
I have no manpower, by the way. None.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can conscript everybody in Switzerland. That should be the law. I mean, that's the myth.
pretty
isn't
much
it,
what
that
happened.
everyone in Switzerland is ready to go to the front in case they get invaded.
Yeah.
My friend went to Switzerland and he says that they do have like a bunch of nuclear shelters or like all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to know where Switzerland got the idea that they were this big, oh, we gotta get Switzerland, lads. It's all part of a grand plan. Like, come on. Who's going to invade Switzerland? It's a
But they've
delightful
got this.
place.
They've historically been this neutral nation, haven't they? Because remember back in the day, they were even like classically the Swiss mercenaries were a big deal. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So the Swiss would
They were
sort of
neutral, but they were-
would be neutral, but they, you could buy, you could recruit,
Violent for pay only.
units like Swiss crossbows, or no, I'm thinking of Genoese crossbows. I don't know. Yeah, you could like Swiss halberds, maybe. I don't remember.
Yo, I can't.
That's some EU force shit.
I've got a national spirit of neutral foreign policy. I can't join our faction until world tension is at 100%.
It'll get there pronto.
Okay.
Pronto! Don't you worry, baby.
right.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm pretty fucking worried about it.
Oh, yeah. How worried?
Like I haven't been able to sleep in the last 5 minutes. I've been trying hard. I close my eyes and they just spring back open. My mind's racing.
Oh,
Fuck. What do I do?
what do I do?
What do I?
Cranking up my national unity so we don't
what the
surrender
fuck
quite
do I
so
do?
promptly.
Yeah, national unity's pretty low.
Oh, whoa, dude, why are we playing on veteran difficulty?
Because it's like normal. It's not that much harder.
It's, political power minus 25%. How about that?
That's fine.
Takes longer to make
slower.
dudes. How about that?
It's fine. You need to relax.
Oh, you've
dude.
cucked us. You fucking cucked
I
us.
haven't
We're
cucked
dead.
Why
Why
did you
We're
cuck
dead
us,
in the water.
Lewis?
I ain't cucked no
Belgium.
one.
You didn't
Ruined.
even ask us if we were okay with this. I'm not ready
We
for
lost,
this.
dude. You wanted a quick playthrough? You got it, Lewis. You got shit to do. Got to go to the gym and abuse that guy, the gym
my
instructor
God,
guy
that poor
again. You got a busy
fucking guy.
day ahead of you. I understand. You want to do this by 1939.
What's your schedule next week for the gym, by the way? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Man, that guy is just going to be found hung like in his apartment Sunday night, knowing that he's got to deal with you.
Couldn't stand client. That's his entire suicide note.
Oh, shit.
Just do not like this guy at all. The real cuck.
This guy. What an asshole.
All
right.
A real pianist.
We're questing towards our extra research slot because, that's a thing. I think that Belgium really need. Belgium really need that. Land forts as well.
Veteran. This is going to be brutal.
We're
We're going to be lucky to have made anyone.
What do you mean?
I mean, we're reinforcing everybody. We're on -9 political power and losing 0.3 a day because of the difficulty and disjointed government, which is an issue. We're working on support the status quo. How do you remove thingy? Let me see.
I mean, if we can't win this one single-handedly, we'll just have to gently caress the US into winning it for us.
Yeah.
We'll just sort of
Gently correct.
We'll sort of like puppet them in a sense, and then when we're done, take out the trash.
It says here there's a rocket site in this province.
Really?
That doesn't seem right.
What, in Belgium?
Yeah, in Vlaanderen. It says there is a rocket site in this province.
Fucking
Oh, yeah, it looks like
Luxembourg's
there is as well.
hilarious, eh? Look how small it is. Look at it. The fuck, Luxembourg?
I think that must be a bug, right? Because I can't even research rocketry yet. No, I haven't. Oh, enables building rocket site level 2. So can you build rocket sites from the start, P-Flax? Now?
Some places start with rocket sites.
Yeah.
Is it Cuba that starts with a rocket site, I think? And somewhere else? Not Haiti. It's somewhere really weird in South America that starts with a rocket site. I'm trying to remember where it is.
That's really strange, yeah.
Let me find it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, how does that work, P-Flax, rocket sites? Do I actually have to build rockets?
Yeah, you build them like Air Force units, and you station them at a rocket site.
I can't build any at the moment.
Launch. I don't think maybe you have the site, but not the research. I don't know. It's weird, but you do start with rocket sites in some places. It's kind of weird.
Right.
Do you have one? Do you?
Yeah, I've got a rocket site. Yeah.
Whereabouts is it?
It's in Vlaanderen, up in the middle of my country.
Yeah, there's a rocket site in this province.
So-
Weird.
I don't have any rocket sites. I just checked. Oh, are you building forts?
P-Flax is, yeah.
I'm not.
You got a fort in this province here in Alsace.
Alsace. Yeah, that's the Maginot Line, dude. That starts there, doesn't
Does it? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, I didn't realize
Yeah.
it was there. I thought it was like up here between
No.
Lille and... Oh, of course, no, it isn't.
What did
because
England just say about me? Did you see that? England were like,
Were they questioning your shit?
what did they just say? They just said,
Did they say they were questioning the integrity of the
yeah.
Netherlands? and everything?
They said we question. They might intervention into the Benelux region.
Yeah, that means they attack you to get in there and defend you ahead of time because they think the Germans are going to go through Belgium. Clever old English. And they think what we'll do is we'll attack the Belgians, conquer them, install a puppet government, and fucking sit on their border and hold off the Germans.
Yeah, what a terrific idea.
Good luck.
What we want to do is completely crush and weaken an entire country and subjugate them.
But it's because they wouldn't say, yeah, we'll let you put troops on our border and defend us. I guess they thought, now we'll just play for the peace. Like, nobody wanted war, did they?
No.
So most of the stuff that happened was people just saying, no, don't rile him up. Don't rile Hitler up. You'll just anger him. So just, we'll sit tight. We'll play it nice and safe and easy. And we won't have to go down this horrible war route. So just chill. And of course, it didn't work.
Predictably enough. Yeah.
Well, we say that with hindsight. But everybody was like, there's no way.
Oh, okay.
There's no way.
I can get rid of my
he'll do it.
neutrality focus in the focus tree by going interventionism focus. So that means I can join the faction earlier. Or I could go neutrality focus and just be neutral.
Does that clear out your neutrality?
Interventionism does, yeah.
Oh, right. Well, there you go. That's helpful, I guess.
There's nothing down the the Liberty line, though, to give me more manpower.
No.
I could be fucked a little bit for manpower.
It's all right. You're going to take Italy.
True, yeah.
Yeah. Once you've got all those Italians, just, train them up in the ways of the Swiss.
Yeah.
The ways of the cheese and the chocolate.
Yeah.
And the cuckoo clock.
Fuck.
And the watch. And
Stop it with the tomatoes already, for Christ's sake. We're all about cheese now. Cheese. Good, strong Swiss cheese as well. None of that.
Yeah.
None of that fucking mozzarella garbage.
I'm going to teach you how to make holes in it with this machine gun.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Hard way.
That's right.
Private, what are you holding there? Standard issue cheese rations, sir. That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna go limited conscription to volunteer only, which is gonna up my rates.
I watched Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh, did you?
Oh no, it's not
you seen
going to up my rates.
No, I haven't. How was it?
It's a ridiculous war movie, like very ridiculous. But I actually quite enjoyed it. It actually was not as bad as I thought, surprisingly.
Okay.
So that's my summary review.
Summary.
Nice.
So how do breakthrough lines work? By the way,
I don't know.
Okay.
I tried to spearhead Flax. You inspired me. I did my own spearhead in a single player game.
It's good, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was
spearhead. Sorry, that's what I meant. How do you do a spearhead?
There's just an option in the.
You make a front line, and instead of having, so here's what I tend to do when I'm ward declaring a man. I'll have a front line, and I'll put an army on the front line with the order standard advance, and so I'll just draw a line more or less equal to the one that I'm holding. So if it's 10 provinces long, my attack line will be about 10 provinces long, sort of forward, rather than one of those massive arcs that you see people draw. So I draw a fairly level one, and that's like our standard advance line, and they'll fight and they'll hold that and they'll defend. And then I'll have my armor and my mechanized infantry sort of across 2 provinces with a very narrow front line, and I'll spearhead them pow for a vital area. And what you'll find is that when you punch through the lines, when you get through that initial line, your dudes who are holding the front line, the basic infantry bitches, they'll move up and hold the pockets for you, and you continually punch through with the spearhead. And then once you get there, the AI sort of panics and starts moving its dudes around, and then you can get the Schmerkel going.
Right.
That's what
So it has to be a different group of people given.
Yes, because you can't have. I mean, if you have a 24 division thing, what you can have is 15 guys on frontline basic attack, and then you could siphon off some of them to a spearhead attack. So you can do that. Because remember, you don't have to select all the units for a plan. You can have 10 units for frontline this, and select another 10 for frontline that. So you can split it and have some of them do a basic attack, and some of them do a spearhead attack and stuff. Or you can just have the entire army do a spearhead attack. It's up to you.
So how do you? I mean, it says this here: compared to an offensive line, which is the standard attack thing, the spearhead will aggressively try to take all provinces as they were there when the order was first painted, without adjusting
So when you
to
draw
changes.
the province, rather than adjust their front line according to how things get taken, and the way the front line moves, the spearhead attack will ignore all that shit and just go straight through as fast as it can.
So Flax was using it to get to Berlin last time, remember? He was just spearheading right through, and it was just taking the territories
really
on the way through, instead of trying to do the whole sort of Zerg creep thing in, with the front line.
If you have a really big front, if you're like the Soviets, you can do that because you can soak up those losses, and you actually want to bait the enemy into a stand-up fight along a huge front where you all just slug away at each other because you've got 1 billion people. So you can just grind them down, no problem. We've got the factories, we've got the resources, we can do this all day, and they gradually run out of manpower, and that's how you fuck them. But if you're the Germans, for instance, and you have this very mobile army with a lot of tanks and motorized and mechanized infantry, you want to punch through, and the only way to beat the Russians is by encircling them and actually destroying the divisions. You can't attrit them down. It's so difficult because they've got the manpower.
Right.
And eventually the production. So you need to encircle. So I find spearheads are great when you're either a very small nation, you want to surprise a bigger nation, and you want to quickly punch through and encircle and then fuck them over. Or you're a big nation fighting against a bigger nation like the Soviets. That's when I use the spearheads. They're just good all around because the AI panics when they get encircled, which is correct. I mean, imagine if you were the Germans on the Maginot Line and suddenly there were French troops in Frankfurt, like a bunch of tanks. You'd be like, fuck me, lads, we better turn around and get back to München or we're going to be stranded here. So the AI freaks out when you start. And do you remember when we were fighting the Russians, Lewis, and or I think it might have been the Germans, and when we were punching through to Berlin,
Yeah.
and they were moving all those guys, and they were all super low, disorganized, because they were trying desperately to move and cover that whole front. So while they were super disorganized, we were punching through them like crazy. That's because as the border expands into their territory, they freak out and they start sticking guys on these frontline orders, and they all rush to get there using the little train symbol. So they're all horribly disorganized. That's the way I see it anyway.
Okay.